Hey, share the warmth. So I promised a training about finding new customers. I have been chatting with quite a few of you recently, individually, just about some different ideas on how to expand your business and grow your business. And you know, if you're having a rough month and you can't seem to get orders and everybody you're asking is saying no, or they're well stocked or whatever, they're not interested. I've been talking to a lot of you about ideas, the different things you can do to expand your network, grow your business, find new customers, and just continue to grow your business. So it is nap time right now. The little two are napping. Fingers crossed they stay napping. I have the monitor beside me, and the biggins are right behind me in the window painting. So fingers crossed for no interruptions. Hey Jamie, hey Melissa. So I'm going to talk to you about finding new customers. Now, whether you're brand new or whether you've been at this for a while, there's only so far you can go in this business relying only on your existing network of people, the friends and family that you already know when you start. There's gonna be a point in your business, even if your friends and family are like crazy supportive and ordering like crazy and hosting parties and all that kind of stuff for you, when you first start, there's gonna be a point in your business where your sales kind of start to just blah, and they don't order as much, or they're not hosting as much anymore, things like that. So the most important thing you can do in this business is to be constantly looking for new people to get to know. And the most important thing that I want to tell you about this is that you don't want to puke Scentsy on people. And that's the biggest mistake I feel like I was making in the first few years of my business. This is kind of like a revelation that I've had over the last year, and it's made such a huge difference in the way I approach people. So this business is not about making sales. It's about creating relationships. We're not in the sales business. We're in the relationship business. And that's the most important thing you can learn from this, is that it's not about getting sales. It's about making new friends, meeting new people, and creating genuine relationships with those people so that they get to know you and they feel comfortable with you, and they're gonna want to buy from you. You know, we talk about branding yourself. It's about being authentic and being yourself and making friends, and then those people are going to want to buy from you because they like you, because they feel comfortable with you, because you're their friend. So, hey Mel, hey Tawny. Oh yay, I wasn't sure if everybody's gonna be at work during the day today. Anyway, so first of all, I wanna tell you about my launch party when I first started. I had a launch party. I invited everybody I knew, and hey Justine, I had two people show up to my launch party. My mom and my aunt. So my launch party was a total bust. So I'm saying that because I am living proof that you cannot have that support from the people that you already know. And it's not that my friends and family don't support me. They do. They're just not hosting for me, and they weren't interested in hosting or ordering that much even. They just weren't into it. So even if you don't have that crazy support system and you don't have friends who are freaking out over Scentsy and buying a whole lot and hosting like crazy, it's still possible to be successful in this business. So the only way that your business is going to continue to grow and thrive and be successful and make you money, which is why we're in this business in the first place, right? Is if you are consistently meeting new people and creating new relationships. You meet one new person, you build a rapport with that person, you build a friendship with that person. They know you sell Scentsy. Even if they aren't gonna buy Scentsy or they aren't gonna host a party for you, they are going to think of you when they hear the word Scentsy, and that's what you want. So they might be having coffee with someone, you know, 6 months after you met them, and their friend might say something like, oh, you know, I've been really wanting to try Scentsy, but I don't know anyone who sells it, or I was thinking of maybe having a Scentsy party, but I don't have a consultant. Well, they're gonna say, hey, I have a consultant for you, let me send you her name. So it's really all about creating those friendships first, and then making sure that those friends know that you sell Scentsy. One of the best ways you can find new customers is by doing home parties. And I know to some people a home party is a scary word, but really if you think about it, a home party is what this entire business was based on and built on. We're a party plan company. So the entire business is based on the home party concept. Now since we started, obviously there's a whole bunch of other ways that you can party, so some people don't do home parties at all. But let me tell you why home parties are awesome. And I've said this lots, so if you've been around for a while and you know me, you probably heard this already. A home party is like the best situation you can put yourself in for your business. You think about the situation that a home party puts you in. You are going into a room with 6, 8, 10, 12 people who are there expecting you to talk about your product. They know you're going to talk about Scentsy. They know they know that you are going to explain it to them. They know that you're going to talk about hosting parties. They know you're going to talk about the benefits of the business and the business opportunity. They know that. So you don't have to feel weird about going to a party and talking about Scentsy, because that's why they're there. Sorry, I thought there was an argument, but I think they're just kidding around. They're good. Also, when somebody goes to a home party, like, I'm not going to go to Sarah's party and then be like, oh God, this chick won't stop talking about her product, right? It's just silly to think like that. Most people go to a home party planning on purchasing something. And the nice thing about Scentsy is that you can go to a home party and spend 20 bucks if you want to. You can spend a whole lot more, but we have a very good price point, and so a lot of people will go to a Scentsy party planning on buying something. A lot of people even go to a party already planning on hosting their own party. They're already wanting to book a party with you before they even get there. So you never know. If I do a home party for one friend, for Sarah, I know Sarah. I'm going to go to Sarah's house and she's going to have 10 of her friends there, probably most of whom I have never met before. That's 10 brand new customers for me. So as long as I make a point of building relationships with those people while I'm there, not necessarily talking about Scentsy the whole time, but just having conversations with people, talk about their kids, ask them what they do for work, compliment them. Compliments are a great way to start conversations. I love your shirt, where'd you get it? Where's your purse from? I need a purse like that. Things like that. Starting conversations and building relationships with those people is going to mean that those are 10 new customers for you. And then if those 10 new customers have their own parties, you're getting 10 new customers at each of those parties. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're not going to book 10 parties at one party, but they might book a party down the road. Or if you're doing consistent follow-up with them and keeping in touch with them, and they're going to think of you as their consultant, they're going to refer you to other people who need a consultant. As soon as you make one new friend and one new relationship, their entire network is opened up for you, as long as you are genuine and working on building that relationship. One of the best things you can do at a home party to make sure that you continue that relationship on after the home party is add people on Facebook. And I do this everywhere now. I do this when I do events. I do this when I meet someone randomly at Walmart. I will ask them if I can add them on Facebook. Everybody says yes. Literally everybody says yes.
You keep saying astronomy and ladybug.
Astronomy and ladybug. Mm-hmm. Okay, what does that mean?
It's annoying!
It's annoying? Okay.
And it gives me a headache.
Really? Okay, you can go have a nap then if you have a headache.
No, I don't like that.
Go paint me a picture.
No.
I want a picture of our family with a rainbow in the background.
I don't know how to paint people.
Yes, you do.
No?
You say hi to share the warmth?
Hi, share the warmth.
Okay, go back and paint.
Oh, I see the clouds.
Yep.
I see lights too.
Okay, where was I? Oh, adding people on Facebook. So I do this everywhere. Especially at a home party, when I'm taking their order, I will ask them, is it okay if I add you on Facebook? Everybody's gonna say yes. I think I've come across like 2 people who aren't on Facebook. When I'm doing an event and I have my table set up and I'm having conversations with people, I will ask them, do you mind if I add you on Facebook? everybody says yes. It's not like weird. It's not like saying, hey, do you mind if I just jot down your name and phone number and address and email address and contact you in a few weeks? It's super casual. It's super non-threatening. Tell her I said to stop bugging you. It's super non-threatening. It's a super easy way to keep in touch with someone. Once you have them on Facebook, not only is it a really easy way to keep in touch with them and follow up with them by sending them a Facebook message, but they're also going to see you in their newsfeed. And they're going to see what you're doing. They're going to see what you're posting on Facebook. And as long as you keep your Facebook wall, and I'm not talking business pages, I'm talking about your personal, add them as a personal friend on Facebook. As long as you are posting things on Facebook that are not all Scentsy. So don't just post Scentsy flyer after Scentsy flyer after Scentsy flyer. It's about posting things about your life. I post my kids, I post, you know, outings and family outings, and we're going to the pool today, we went to the park today, and here's my dog, so that people really feel like they're getting to know you. It should be 80% personal stuff and 20% business. And when you post business stuff on your Facebook, it should be not just a generic Scentsy flyer, unless you're posting about Disney, because then you can only use the generic Scentsy flyers. But rather than just posting just a generic Scentsy image, post a picture of your kids changing the wax in your warmers, or your kids labeling the bars for you when you're sorting a party order, or, I mean, not everybody has kids, a video of yourself cleaning your microwave with Counter Clean. You know, I post a picture of myself, you know, relaxing in the backyard watching the kids play, and then I'll make the caption, "This is my office today. I am literally working right now. My job is awesome," right? So I have data now to do this. I've moved up in the world, Justine. So adding people on Facebook can be a really, really good tool. That being said, don't rely solely on Facebook to build your business. When you are using Facebook, it is a tool to help you. One-on-one conversations, one-on-one relationships are what is going to get you growing. So you can't just say, I can't get any orders this month, and then I'll say, well, what did you try? And you'll say, well, I just posted. I posted on Facebook if anybody needs anything, and nobody answered. That's not trying. It's about contacting people. And when you're contacting people because you need orders, don't just send somebody a message and be like, first of all, no group messages. Those are a no-no. Don't just send somebody a message and be like, hey, do you need any Scentsy? Start off with, hey, how's it going? I saw it was your son's birthday last weekend. How did the party go? How are the kids? How's life? How's your vacation? Oh my gosh, your vacation photos were beautiful. Catch up first. Work on that relationship first, and then you can add in, by the way, I have a qualifying order. If you need any Scentsy, let me know. It's starting off the relationship, not salesy, and then the conversation can just naturally flow to your business. That's the biggest thing for me is not starting off with business stuff. If you can't, I was talking about home parties. If you can't get home parties booked, if you can't find anybody to host a party, if you ask somebody if they're interested in hosting a party, first of all, I try to avoid the words party and host, because I feel like when people hear, hey, do you want to host a home party? Do you want to host a party for me? People automatically think like, I got to clean the house, I got to prepare all this food and snacks, I got to invite like 50 people. It sounds like it's going to be overwhelming. So I've been wording it differently. I'll say sip and sniff. Apparently most of my customers like to drink. Most of them are moms, so I guess that makes sense. But I'll say, you want to have a sip and sniff. Invite your girlfriends over. I'll bring a bottle of wine and my Scentsy testers. Totally casual. That doesn't sound like, oh my God, I need to clean my whole house. That sounds like I'm going to invite a few girlfriends over and we're going to drink wine and sniff Scentsy. Offer to meet them at McDonald's with a few other moms and let the kids play while you guys have coffee and sniff Scentsy. Offer to have it in their backyard. So it depends on the person. Get to know that person first, and then think of a way to offer it so that it's not going to seem like a big deal for them. It's going to seem easy. If they say no, if you're asking someone if they want to have some friends over to, you know, shop Scentsy and whatever, and they say no, ask why. It's not weird to ask why. You can say, oh, do you mind if I ask why? Most people are going to say, I'm too busy, nobody would come, you know, I work too much, we're doing renovations on the house, it's just not a good time. And then you can offer a basket party, or a Facebook party or a catalog party. If they say no to those, you can say, well, if you know anyone else who might be interested in having some friends over for a Scentsy get together, if you refer someone to me who hosts for me, I will give you a half price item at their party. Offer referral. That's what a perpetual party reward is for. So use it. Use it, use it, use it. Hey Kim. Hey Avril. Trade shows, markets, fairs, events, community clubs and schools quite often have fundraising events, usually in the spring and usually closer to Christmas, where you can rent a table for like 30, 40 bucks and set up. The biggest thing about events like that, I do quite a few summer fairs. Christmas time I usually don't do shows like that because I'm focusing more on home parties at Christmas time. But the biggest misconception about doing a show or an event with Scentsy is that you need to sell stock. You absolutely do not need to sell stock. You can go to an event and set up your table with just the contents of your starter kit. Put out a warmer, put out a couple bars, put out your catalogs and your testers. Set it up as a display, just like you would at a party. Take orders from people if they want to order. They're gonna come and smell your testers. But the biggest thing that you should be doing and focusing on when you do events like that is building new relationships, meeting new people. And again, have a draw on your table so that you can collect their information, but offer to add them on Facebook. Easiest way to do it. And then you have all of those new people that you just met in your network, and you're expanding your network. And that is what makes an event worth doing. I don't care if I sell no stock at an event. The 40 bucks I paid to be there is going to be worth it if I can meet 10 new people and add them on Facebook and have conversations with them. Now, follow-up is also very important, but that's a whole nother video. Another tip, hey Kelly, another tip to find new customers is to get the heck out of the house. Go places. For me, that's hard because of the madness that's going on behind me. But I do get out of the house to go grocery shopping, and I go to the post office, and I go to the bank. You know, wherever you go, and there's also school drop-offs and field trips and talking to other parents when you're waiting in line to drop your kid off at preschool, things like that. But just get the heck out of the house, and when you are out of the house, talk to people. When the cashier at Superstore asks you how your day is going, don't just say, oh, good. Say, oh, it's going awesome. I have a huge Scentsy party this weekend I'm just getting ready for, and I'm really excited for it. Oh, you sell Scentsy. Conversation starts. Talk to people. When you're standing in line at Walmart, don't go to the self-checkouts. Stand in line, wait in line, spend the 5-10 minutes waiting in line, and find something to talk to people about. The lady in front of you, talk about the toy she's buying for her kid. Make a conversation with her kid. Kids are a great way to start conversations, whether you have kids or not. Compliment someone on their purse or their shirt or their shoes or whatever. Start conversations with strangers, and get comfortable doing that. I know it's hard and it's nerve-wracking, but just get comfortable doing that. Hey, Brittany. And once the conversation has started, you are building a relationship, and you're not talking about Scentsy. Now, it also helps to have Scentsy on you. Wear a Scentsy hat, have Scentsy on your purse, wear a Scentsy shirt. We have so much branded stuff that you can get your hands on. Make sure that you are branded somewhere, somehow. And then leave them with a catalog at the end of the conversation and say, would you mind if I add you as a friend on Facebook? I'm telling you, people say yes. Complete strangers will say yes if you are a friendly person and you are genuine and authentic and you are having a conversation with them and you are not trying to sell them something. You could not even mention Scentsy the entire conversation and then add them on Facebook, and then a week later they're going to message you going, hey, I noticed you sell Scentsy. It comes up naturally when you are being authentic and making new friends. Hobbies. If you have hobbies, join Facebook groups to meet new people on Facebook. There are groups for literally everything. There are baby groups and kids groups and play date groups.
After the painting activity.
After the painting activity, I think we'll probably play outside. It's really nice out here.
I'm going to.
You're gonna play outside? Sure, go ahead.
Finish my one painting.
Awesome.
I only did one painting.
You don't want to do another one? You can do another one if you want. That's okay. You can play outside.
Sister,
Yeah.
do you have poison spiders on the roof upstairs? Downstairs?
No, there's no poison spiders. Why? Nope, no poisonous spiders here. What was I talking about? Hobbies, Facebook groups. There are Facebook groups for everything. Facebook groups for your kids, mom's groups, playdate groups. But literally, if you like knitting, join a bunch of knitting Facebook groups. If you have a pet, apparently there are Facebook groups for every different breed of dog that exists. We discovered this recently when we got our new puppy. He's a Cane Corso, and apparently Cane Corso owners are very, very proud to be Cane Corso owners. And there are groups everywhere, and I joined a bunch of them, and I ask questions, and I comment on people's stuff. I've added a bunch of new friends to my Facebook just from meeting them in this Cane Corso group. One girl, I actually did a Scentsy fundraiser for her on Facebook. She lives in the US because her dog needed surgery and she couldn't afford it. So it's really just about creating new relationships with people. Another tip is go work somewhere else. If you have you know, stuff to label, catalogs to label, if you have mail to stuff to send samples out to your customers, if you have orders to put in on your laptop, don't sit at home and do it. Go sit somewhere public. Go grab a coffee at Starbucks. Sit down in Starbucks and do your work. Put your Scentsy Go out on the table beside you with your catalogs and get to work. I quite often will go to McDonald's and let the kids play in the play place, and I'll have my coffee and I'll set my Scentsy Go beside me, and I will input all my orders sitting there at McDonald's. And then you just have conversations with other people, especially in the play place. Moms like to talk to each other. Moms will always like to make new friends. So yes, biggest thing is go out and talk to people and don't puke Scentsy on everybody. Start genuine conversations and genuine friendships with people, and then Scentsy will come up naturally later on. So that's really all I had to say. Those are my tips. With this brand new catalog coming and all of the Disney stuff and all of the excitement and the Scentsy Club and the whiff boxes, we have so much exciting stuff coming. The groundwork that you lay now over the summer is going to set you up for success in the busy fall-winter season. If you take the summer off and you don't focus on your business at all, you're going to be stressing out in September when the new catalog comes and you need to book parties and you don't have anybody to ask. So make those relationships now. Start working on building new relationships, finding new customers, growing your network now, and then when the busy fall-winter season comes, your business is just going to naturally grow right along with it. So does anybody have any questions? Anything specific that you guys want me to talk about? I guess not. I should probably go and check and see what they're doing in there, because it doesn't look like they're painting anymore. It's Friday. Yeah, so I guess that's it for my tips and tricks. There have also been quite a few other amazing leaders who have come into our team page to do trainings for us. Kim Williams, who's watching right now, did a really great one. Was it last week? Last week or the week before? So I'm going to compile a list with all of the videos that other leaders have done for us in our group, so that I can put them all in one place for you guys, because there is some really, really great information, whether you are new or whether you've been doing this for a long time and you just need to refresh your business. There's a lot of information in here for you that I think a lot of you are probably missing. So I will make sure to put a list of all of our Facebook Live trainings together for you, and I will pin it to the top of the group. I'm going to work on that this afternoon. So that's it. We have, what day is it? It's the 20th. We have 10 more days. 10 more days to bring back my bars. Sell your little butts off.
Kaden's going crazy.
All right, I gotta go deal with these maniacs. Have a good day, guys. I love y'all. Mwah!